Hello everyone and welcome to another video where we will be exploring quadratic equations with parameters, as sometimes quadratic equations don't always have fixed numbers for their coefficients. We sometimes work with parameters, such as k, which is how we define usually these parameters, that represents unknown constants. We will explore how to solve these quadratic equations and how different values for k affects the solution of the equation. Let's start with an example. K, x squared plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Here, the k and the coefficient of x squared is a parameter. Instead of being a fixed number, this k can take different values, such as -1, or 2, or 300, or 4.5, etc. We solve these equations like any other quadratic equation, using methods like factorizing the quadratic formula or completing the square, but our solutions will depend on the value of k. Let's work through an example step by step. We can say that a is equal to k, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 1. Now let's use the quadratic equation formula. X is equal to minus b minus 4 plus minus square root of 4 squared, b squared, minus 4 times a times c, divided by 2 times a, 2 times k. So there we have minus 4 plus minus 16 minus 4k. And all this divided by 2k. This is our result for x. X is equal to minus 4 plus minus square root of 16 minus 4k, all divided by 2k. Now let's focus on the different values of k. Let's extract the discriminant that we got, which was what was inside the square root. The discriminant was equal to 16 minus 4k for this quadratic equation. So, we know that we have different answers. Those where the discriminant is bigger than 0, which implies that 2 real solutions. The discriminant equal to 0, which implies that there is 1 repeated solution. And when the discriminant is smaller than 0, meaning a negative square root, that implies that there is no solution. So, how do we find the values of k where there are 2 real solutions in this equation, there's 1 repeated solution, and there are no solution? Let's solve for each case. Case 1. Discriminant bigger than 0, 2 real solutions. We can substitute 16 minus 4k and say that this is bigger than 0. Let's continue. 16 is bigger than 4k. And finally, k, let's move this one here, smaller than 16 over 4, so k is smaller than 4. This is our value for this equation getting 2 real solutions. So k equals to 3.9, 3.8, 3, 2, minus 8, minus 16 will all give us 2 real solutions for our value of x. Now for our second case, case 2, discriminant is equal to 0, 1 repeated solution. Let's solve this. 16 minus 4k is equal to 0. 4k is equal to 16. K is equal to 16 over 4, 4. So, if we input this value right here, we will get that k is equal to 4, and the x only has 1 solution, meaning that the discriminant is equal to 0, the square root is equal to 0, so there is no plus minus. And now for the final case. Case 3. Discriminant is smaller than 0. No solution. Simple. We do the same thing we've done in all the previous examples. 16 minus 4k smaller than 0. 4k is bigger than 16. K is bigger than 4. If k is bigger than 4, this equation has no solution. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and check my next video, which will also be on quadratic equations with parameters, where we can get a bit more practice to really understand how this concept works.